The 5-minute gun for race 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup final. Coming in from the pin end, it is Prada, skippered by Francisco de Angelis. Coming in from the race control end, the starboard end, AmericaOne, skippered by Paul Kayard.
Prada way late there. You saw them actually stagger the turn, the rudder stalled out, and you can see already the conditions. See the sails thrashing from one side to another. AmericaOne have got a good position on Prada's weather here. Now it's asset preservation day today. On the limit, these conditions. Feel the intensity on the boats. Prada staggering again, leeward runner not coming off. Here they go, line up here. This could be an incident. Port and starboard here. AmericaOne have them dialed up. Got them in the gun sights. Look to me as though they've lost control. AmericaOne dialing them down. I currently have the line bias at 5 degrees to the starboard end.
So the Italians are saying, leave it, take it easy. What they're trying to do is, they know they're at the edge.
Okay, both boats broken out of the dial-up situation. It's now a question of who leads back. Now, we seem to have favoured the left-hand side of this course when the wind's in this direction. BJ, I remember that classic match, AmericaOne versus Stars and Stripes. It's a big shift to the left. Coming down to the vital commitment time of 2 minutes. Question of who's going to lead back.
We're getting pups at 23 knots right from the north.
That'll mean that mast height, there'll be 28 or 30. Very deep in the box here, stand by. 2 minutes now. Here they go. AmericaOne turning back first. The question is whether Prada go inside them.
Prada to the left.
Feel the tension out today. 1-all. Now we've got some wind.
The tension covers 2 separate issues. This is not just the normal tension associated in the start box. You've got that tension, but also it's the tension of don't get any gear damage.
Right, and people getting hurt. So gears pull off these boats. AmericaOne look as though they're set up to leeward, coming down 1:20, way off the line. Prada committed to windward.
So it is Prada in the windward position. It is AmericaOne down to leeward. They're 80 metres back from the start line.
They look as though they want the starboard end. We have it past 5 degrees to starboard. AmericaOne want to get tighter under Prada's lee bow. They're too far away. Prada will live there off the line if they run at it in that position.
They're around 50 metres back from race control. They've got to kill some time here.
It's AmericaOne trying to get tighter under Prada's bow. Stand by for a run at the line. This is going to be colossal.
The Italians are saying go, go, go. That is what the Italians are talking about at the moment. As they're coming up to the line, 24 seconds. Time to kill. It is Prada in the windward position. Up by race control. Down to leeward is AmericaOne. Spectacular difficult conditions. AmericaOne in the toughest conditions we've seen of the final, and right at the limit in the conditions we've seen in 197 races in the Louis Vuitton Cup that started back on the 18th of October.
Colossus day, man against the elements taken to the extreme. Huge, powerful boats, 16 people, boat breaking, and I'm afraid people hurting day. Now it's wind in the right, 5-degree right-hand bias. Prada did a nice break there, and come off the line, I think, in a safe position, and it's now going to be a drag race to the left-hand side. I think Prada will live there.
We're on the first leg of race 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup finals in far different conditions to what we've had for the finals so far. Strong winds, and these sailors are getting pelted by a bigger sea and strong winds, but look at the battle that's taking place on this first leg. Prada against AmericaOne. They're approaching that first mark as we rejoin Peter Montgomery and Chris Law.
Boy, it's rugged and willing out here now. We've got 23.5 from due north. As they've tacked across, now onto port.
They're bow to bow, but I think they must be, yes, they're getting out close to that port lane. I find it surprising that Prada tacked unless they felt they could lay the top mark, because I don't think they were being threatened by AmericaOne. The time will tell. Right, look at this bow-to-bow stuff. The only fault, really, I can make a comment is that off the line it's so hard in this amount of wind to hit the line at full chat, but you want to be tight under your opponent's bow, and AmericaOne, in going for the line, allowed Prada the breathing space they enjoyed all the way to this left lay line.
This is a fabulous boat race right at the top end. Chris, I think a lot of people felt the Prada had a wider range and scale, and maybe over 15 knots they might have an edge on AmericaOne. In contrast, AmericaOne perhaps with an edge maybe under 10, under 12, but it doesn't look like it here.
Try and pick out whether they're going to bear away or jibe.
Oh, right on the bow of AmericaOne. Terrible place to be at the moment. Greg Prussia getting loosened up.
Now, watch what they're going to do with the pole. I think they'll bear away. It's a safer option. See which side they put the pole. Currently, it's on the port side for a bear away.
Greg Prussia going forward. They've got Curtis Blewett. Billy Bates back at the mast.
He's getting room to tack, Paul. He is. Keep the mow going. He's squeezing.
That's not the halyard, that's the topping lift going out to Poland. They're going to bear away. Watch out here. Here goes Prada. Prada tacking port and starboard. AmericaOne right. Will they cross? No, they cross. No, they're not going to cross. How close is that? 2 meters, 3 meters?
They could jump from the bow to the stern. That's how close it is.
Great shot. Will Prada lay the top mark? No, they won't. Now, Peter, AmericaOne have got to make the decision now whether to go with Prada or go to lay line. Here comes the mark. It's going to be port and starboard at the top mark. Question is, will AmericaOne cross ahead of Prada and lead round the top?
It is all on as Poland comes back on the starboard as they're coming up to the top mark. Mark 1, race 3. What a thriller we've got on our hands here. It's not only a close boat race, but in extreme conditions as AmericaOne comes back onto port.
Okay, here comes the rules. They're set for a bear away. Will they cross Prada? There's the mark, bottom left of the screen. I think they will.
No problem. AmericaOne is going to go right across the face of Prada. It is AmericaOne who is going to be leading at mark number 1. What a magnificent battle this has been on this first beat to windward. So now it's the turn of the outstanding foredeck crew with Josh Belsky in the pits, Billy Bates on the mast, Curtis Blewett, Greg Prussia. That's Prussia and Blewett on the foredeck. We'll see Bates galvanizing into action in a minute. Now it is Prada around the top mark, 14 seconds or 2 boat lengths astern.
AmericaOne up and set. Both fairways. Breeze increasing, and they'll catch these downhill. You'll see 15, 16, 17 knots of boat speed.
What will be fascinating here is to see just how fast AmericaOne is off the wind.
Well, as the two yachts were approaching the top mark within 200 or 300 metres, we can see Prada there tacking onto starboard. AmericaOne just crossing ahead, tacking on top of Prada, forcing them to tack away again. And then if we come up and look at what happened there, AmericaOne, meanwhile, continued on out to the left-hand side of the course. They went over the ley line. Prada came back. So effectively, Prada had to do 2 extra tacks there. So while they're only around half a boat length behind, after they came around the mark, that was a lead of around 100 metres or 4 boat lengths for AmericaOne. So far, it's been something of a drag race down the run here. We can see Prada jibed onto starboard. They've just been trailing AmericaOne there, and as we look at the distance between the two, there's been about a boat length or 2 maybe gained to AmericaOne, but really it's just surging backwards and forwards on the waves. And at the moment we can see Prada's down to around 95 metres, so that's a fraction of a gain to them, but it's at the moment it looks like these two boats are held together with a piece of bungee cord.
Here comes AmericaOne jibing. There's the bow team trying to hang on in that narrow forward area as they change the spinnaker pole over to the new jibe. The trimmers have got to keep the sail full to keep the boat speed up. The running backstay organizers in the back have got to keep the tension on them so the mast doesn't fall over the bow. Kayard's shouting to his trimmer to ease the sheet, and they did, and now he's done it too much. They've collapsed the sail. Here's Prada's chance to come through with a big wave and get AmericaOne on starboard tack. Maybe AmericaOne will have to jibe back. I'm sure Kayard's not happy with that jibe.
Prada setting up to do a jibe herself.
Well, Prada's covering their bases right here. If they can't force AmericaOne to jibe and then hold them out past the ley line, then Prada will jibe themselves. But gosh, it's just who gets the last wave as they come together. Nobody forward on AmericaOne, so it looks like he's trying to get around them. But look at Kayard, look at his body language. Kayard is trying to inch the boat around the head of Prada.
Don't lose it.
We've got a bit of a roll on here. This is Portland starboard. Prada on starboard. Kayard being forced to jibe.
And Prada with a protest flag. This will really put the pressure on AmericaOne. Oh, there's a big shift around. Those sails are probably touching.
See AmericaOne, my best guess. They were port and starboard for a long way there.
Yellow, and that is a penalty against AmericaOne.
That was very foolish to risk. They could see he was under suspicion they wouldn't make it.
We need back here. Do we got one? Do we got one? No. Gonna have to jibe.
What a silly mistake.
Keep squaring.
Racing by Prada.
Do not. Get the jib on there. Right.
Prada are sensible, they're doing early drop and bank this advantage.
Prada trailing at mark number 1 now leads as they go into the second beat to windward leg number 3.
And they're a penalty up.
Meanwhile, still coming to a mark number 2
Could be in
with
trouble.
terrible housekeeping problems on the foredeck. AmericaOne. And AmericaOne click off at 23 seconds astern of Prada. What an eventful downhill slide.
Yeah, and it won't be over yet. Anything could happen yet still. You know, that's only 1 lap.
Well, with us out here on North Star, a fascinated spectator in the best seat on the whole of the Hauraki Golf. Stars and Stripes helmsman Kelly Reid. What did you make of that? Summarise it.
Well, I think the best seat in the house is on one of these two boats, but this is brutal conditions out here. It's easy to say one team made a mistake and one team sailed better, but you don't understand. Every maneuver you make on these boats is so hard that it's physically impossible for one human to do. brutal.
There's Billy Bates getting a shower.
Well, let's take another look at that leg 2 downwind, that defining moment. There's Prada on starboard tack, the wind coming over the right-hand side of the boat. They've got right of way. Meanwhile, look there, that's them coming in there. AmericaOne jibing way too close to Prada there, and as we see them there, Prada having to luff up, AmericaOne luffing up. In fact, that was a broach there that we saw. That big course change there was actually a broach when Paul Card lost control of the boat. Meanwhile, Prada bore away, put up their Y flag, they protested. The umpires agreed AmericaOne had jibed too close, too dangerously. Penalty against AmericaOne.
Well, you can see the salt water getting into Paula Bassani's eyes and Nick Serena's eyes.
See how late they're delaying the set?
Right
Now they go.
Now someone to Murray at the mast.
Good, safe grounding. They'll keep to the bow of the piece going downhill here.
Now it is AmericaOne that is tacked on to port as they make their final approach to mark number 3, halfway through. Absorbing race number 3.
These guys will push it a bit harder.
And AmericaOne clicks off at 45 seconds astern of Prada, halfway through the race, as they go into the second downhill slide under Spinnaker. Now here comes the set from AmericaOne. Billy Bates on the mast, really getting into it.
Clean set. Oh, they caught a pup there.
More guys.
Gain. Feel it in their voices, Peter. That's the leeward ley line. Coming down the 2. I reckon they've nearly halved this. Coward's put his foot down. They've lost it again. Leave that. Prada, just safe.
Trim sheet. There you go. Here comes trim sheet.
Still lost.
Coming back.
They split it. How many times have they got to do that?
AmericaOne had ripped a 7th Spinnaker in 43 races. Now it looks that one has exploded because of the elements. Rather, well, it's hard to know. Maybe did they catch something in the rig? Well, AmericaOne, they may have caught that Spinnaker in the rigging, as they have done several times before. The other day when they got that rip across the waist, it was caught in the hatch going up. Real problems here.
Got to get down to the top too. With it split right across like that, they've got no way of retrieving it. The top's just blown off it.
So remember, Prada was leading by 45 seconds.
They'll come round bareheaded here, Peter. They have no headsail. They'll come round bareheaded with a Spinnaker behind. Absolute nightmare for everyone on board.
So here was AmericaOne that had gained at least 4 boat lengths just a couple of minutes ago. And now they're blowing their Spinnaker, and probably they've blown the race as they round 51 seconds astern. It probably would have been 30 seconds or inside 30 seconds if AmericaOne had not ripped their 7th Spinnaker.
It actually just burst across the seam, so I suspect that it's right on the limit. He was put on the floor too. Something's bound to go. Just in a car race, you spin out. He's trying really hard. They're still bareheaded. Nightmare for everyone on board and all their supporters and loved ones.
Well, Prada still enjoying a very commanding lead over AmericaOne there. If we look at that 350 some metres and then coming around behind to see them, The body language of Paul Coward says it all. He's hunched over, looks somewhat resigned. They're going up this final beat to the windward. They still have a penalty to do. Prada just doing a super job.
In all conscience, I don't think I can say it's a beautiful day on the Hauraki Gulf today for sailing.
Well, you could say it.
I think they've got a problem.
There's a problem on AmericaOne.
I think AmericaOne
AmericaOne have got a problem.
They suddenly tacked. Bates is not on. They've got a fundamental problem.
They've got their hand up. They have called the chase boat in. They are calling a chase boat in. AmericaOne have got a major problem. It looks like they're withdrawing from the race.
It's not an injury. Rig looks all right. I hope it's not an
With the
injury.
mast is going to break. What I saw was the thing dimpling really bad, and I've been hearing carbon cracking for a half hour. We're going to lose the rig.
I have been hearing carbon cracking for half an hour. We are concerned we'll lose the rig. I think we're going to lose the rig. That is what the voice doesn't sound like.
That's certainly cool. That fluttering is jib. What they're trying to do is save the mast. They'll get the main down in a hurry, I would think. But don't think it's strong.
You guys have the tow leash?
Don't think it's
Do you
home.
have the
I
tow
think it's
leash?
rigged. I just hope no one's home.
It's been a day of drama as the mood of the Hauraki Gulf has changed gears to the upper limit of racing for America's Cup yachts. And Prada records their second win of the Louis Vuitton Cup final to go 2-1 up over AmericaOne. After USA 61 led at the first mark. But then we went from one crisis to the next, some tactical and some mechanical. In the end, AmericaOne withdrawing because of serious concerns about losing their rig. But Luna Rosa's win, absolutely outstanding, tactically spot on, and just so conservative to match these rugged conditions at the top end of the scale. It's Prada 2, AmericaOne 1.
Yeah, well, we had a little problem with the mast. Basically damaged the mast severely, and I decided it was a lot smarter to finish with it vertical, even if very damaged, than have it wrapped around the keel. So we pulled out of the race, and then we had another little excitement on the tow in. The hawser, it was so wavy today that we have about 1.25 inch hawser to tow the boat. That snapped and almost killed Moose. Hit him in the back. Full recoil.